Uh, yeah, there we go. Um, for the people that don't know you and just coming on right now, uh, let them know who you are. Tell them who you are, Chris.
Good evening. Chris Corrado here out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. Uh, Mostly what I do is a lot of comedy. Been doing that 11 plus years. Been producing shows for 10 plus years, mostly in the Charlotte, Fort Mill, and Rock Hill area. Thanks for having me on. I actually have a show tomorrow night, and then one Friday night, and then one Saturday night. So I'm trying to do at least three a week, whether it's my show or somebody puts me on.
Right, right. Great, great, great. Um, well, Chris, you come from a long ways, man. I don't know. You got to tell me, how did you come from all the way from New York down to Rock Hill, South Carolina? How did that happen? How did that happen?
Back in the late 90s when I was a teenager, my mother wanted to make a move and she knew some people that would be living down here in the Carolinas, so she thought this would probably be the best place to come. And
Hmm.
I came with her, 18 years old, tried something new, and I just really love this area, so I stayed down here.
Good, good. You know what? You've been in the you have a lot of categories. Let me put it like that. And that you are into, my friend. And one of the biggest ones is what you just spoke about was comedy. You've been doing that for a long length of time. I think 10 years or plus. Um, Tell us a little bit about that, Chris. About the comedy. How did you get into that?
Well, just a lot of bad stuff was happening in my life at one point, between a serious relationship ending, family troubles, work troubles, and when I became single after being in a relationship for so long, I had a lot of extra time on my hands, and I've been wanting to try comedy. So I found an open mic in Charlotte, and I went up there and did my 5 minutes, which is typically what open mics offer you most of the
Right,
time.
right.
And I just got really hooked and just kept going with it. And then decided eventually I was gonna build my own scene with some other people.
Okay, okay. So you did it for like 5 minutes, and that was something that you've been doing for a long length of time now, right? Correct. You've been doing that
Oh
for a
yeah,
minute now.
yeah,
Okay,
since
okay.
2010.
You did say you had some shows coming up, and I know you got one coming up pretty soon. And where's this show at? If you don't mind me asking.
Tomorrow night is in Fort Mill. It's a place called Dioria's. This is
Okay.
an open mic. It's going to be mostly comedians. However, if you play music or sing or rap or act or want to do
Mhm.
poetry, you are welcome
Okay.
to come and work it out.
Okay. So it's just different categories that they can come up there and join and get their stuff out there and to be seen. Correct.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Um, what in your mind makes well, I'm gonna say a great comedian. What in your mind makes a great comedian? Being in front of the people. What does it take to do that, to make the people laugh and stuff?
There's definitely a lot that goes into it. If I had to break it down, it is going to be just like anything else in life. You got to hustle. You got to sacrifice. You
Hmm.
got to come out of your comfort zone. You got to go places you might be intimidated to go to, or get in front of crowds that, may not seem very receptive to comedy.
Hmm.
So you just got to try. You got to get in front of as many people as possible to get better. And
Okay.
typically, what's going to make a good comedian is just being coachable,
Right.
writing your stuff out, practicing at open mics, uh, asking for stage time,
Okay.
being professional,
Okay.
just overall having a good personality.
Okay. Want to give a shout out to my man Eric Terhays. Um, I know he's on tonight. I see he's just popped up in here. Thank you for joining us tonight. I think you know him too, don't you, Chris? Eric Terhays. Terry
From
Hayes.
the Where would
Okay,
I
well
know him from?
he's affiliated with Michael Williams Senior and Junior boxing.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe you don't know him then. I thought
No,
you knew.
good to meet him.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, it's good to see. He knows me anyway. I thought maybe he knew you, but I guess not. But anyway, glad to see him join in. Y'all shared a video one time. You're live with me right here, D Hall. Yeah, with my man Chris. Let me get this name right, man. What is that, Italian name or something?
Yeah,
Hey, it's
Corrado.
Corrado. Yeah, Corrado. And it's mighty funny because I had Ashley on. She had an Italian name too, so it must be. I done got back to back Italian names here, but it's great, man. It's great. You've been around in the comedy field. What are some of have you seen, have you talked to some of the big names? Have you been around some of the big names? You know what I'm talking about? You know, who I am I talking about?
Oh,
I'll put it like
absolutely.
that.
I definitely know some of the big names, but never really met anybody personally.
Okay.
A
Okay.
lot of what I've done is more like underground, still kind of like working at the beginnings of things. It's been a long time, yet
Okay.
still working a lot of
Okay.
the grassroots of comedy.
Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Um, moving right along, you have got into publishing books, and you've done three of them, from my
Yes.
understanding. Um, tell us about them. Yeah, tell us about your books.
Uh, I just have an imagination that goes wild sometimes, so I thought, I might as well write it down and just got some ideas about some people and some things, and then just decided I'd write it down, and then if there were things that they did or characteristics about them I didn't understand, I would interview people. So if you ever read any of my books, the
Okay.
first few pages you'll see the 15, 20 plus people that I interviewed to properly develop the character and the situations.
Okay. 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 Yeah, that takes a lot of thinking, a lot of putting together in the mind, and it seems that you have that to be able to. And that's that's everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a thinking mind, and it's obviously you have one of those minds. It seems. uh, you also, what kind of insurance? This guy here, y'all. This guy is some of everything. He's an insurance agent. Man, what do you do? What you got? Home insurance, car insurance? What's happening with you, brother?
I have a life and health license, so I could do health insurance, disability insurance, life insurance, and long-term care insurance.
Okay, okay. Is that you're the agent or
Oh yeah, independent
okay,
broker.
okay? Oh, you're independent broker. Okay, okay. Great, great, great. How long you been doing that?
Since January of 2017.
January 27th. Wow. Well, I guess you like it because you're in it. You know. So how
Yeah.
do you? Let me ask you this: how do you juggle all this stuff? You're doing comedy. You're writing these books. You're an insurance man. Man, how do you do all that stuff? I can just do two things barely.
It helps to be single and not have kids.
Oh well, yeah. There you go. Oh, there goes the there go the women. They out the door. They gone now. They just left this damn room. But yeah, when you're single, you can do a lot of things, and you've been a single person. You can focus on this, focus on that, and you're married to what you're doing,
Yeah.
pretty much, pretty much. Because I know what you're saying. I'm a single guy. Don't tell nobody. but but yeah, and I'm married to my show. So and I love my show. So I'm dedicated, just like you're dedicated to insurance, just like you're dedicated to comedy and etc. So yeah, it helps to be single, to do those things, and you're mastering those things too. Also, um, here we go. We're talking now. We're going to talk a little bit about the boxing a little bit.
Okay.
Um, Vegas Grand. Y'all shared a video one time because I know there are some Vegas Grand people watching right now.
Okay.
How did you get into that?
Well, I started boxing after I met my coach back in it was either late summer, early fall of 2013, and I was training for a couple of years, and I started doing it amateur. I
Mm-hmm.
had four amateur bouts,
Mm-hmm.
um, then kind of stopped there, and then I remember when I first went to a show where I saw an announcer dressed really nice, and it was actually Walter, who I know you've had on your show before.
Right.
And I was like, wow, look at this guy. This is really cool. I thought, maybe I could do something like that. And I got booked to do an amateur show,
Okay.
and so which is pretty cool. And then I've known Lavonda for a little while
Right.
because I've trained with her son. And I mentioned, I said, I ring announce too. If you ever need a backup, I'm happy to do it. And she gave me my first shot to do it in the pros, and she seemed
Great.
pretty happy with me. So I'm booked out for the rest of the year to work with her.
Great. That's great. And I remember, and I can say this right here. Everybody's listening. I can say that night. I think it was when I first saw you. I said, Who's that little skinny little kid up there? I, just jokingly, but I saw you the first night, and I said, "Well, okay, Lavonda's got a new ring announcer, and you did quite well that night." I was impressed. I was like, "Okay, he's cool. He's good. He's going to get, and you're only going to get better." A lot of people don't understand. You can't. It's one thing about if you're doing something, you're going to get better at it. Now you're going to make mistakes, of course. We all know that, but you got to get better. You can't get worse. How you going to get worse? You know what I'm saying? you know. But that's the way I look at things. The more I do it, the better I get. Just like with this show right here. Um, so you assigned with you're finishing out the year with them. So it's like you're signed and everything. You're with them the rest of the year, correct?
Yeah,
Oh,
September and November.
okay, yeah, you got a couple more months. Good, good. Um, to you, being a ring announcer, what is the most exciting part of it to you?
I love calling people in the ring, and be able to like announce them and everything like that, and give them a shout out, who they are, where they're from, what
Yeah.
accomplishments they have.
Okay. Okay. Um, you ever getting really nervous?
Me, no.
Okay, okay. Sometimes you had those little jitters when you first get up there and stuff. Yeah. And somebody asked me that one time. So you ever get nervous and stuff? I said, nah, not really. You know, that's
Now,
just
if you ask me about being nervous before a fight, that's when I get nervous.
so you did say you had amateur
Yeah, for
okay.
amateur.
Okay.
Uh,
Um your ring announcer. Who is some of your favorite ring announcers, or maybe one or two or whatever your favorite ring announcers?
but definitely, I like the Buffer brothers. I think they've done really well in
Yeah,
the boxing and
yeah,
the UFC, and Walter Waite's been really cool to give me
yeah.
some opportunities to work with him and be a mentor for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I've been
Yeah,
watching a lot of what he does to try to get better.
yeah. Walter's really good. He's a really good announcer. He has a really a good voice, a pitch out voice toward the crowd. So he's really doggone good. Um, we're gonna play a little game. I always keep a little game up under my sleeve, man. This is not only a talk show, but it's a game show, and we're gonna do. I usually do one game, but I'm gonna do two games with you tonight because you're here with me tonight, and I got you, brother.
All right.
What it is, Chris, is I'm gonna say, well, you got two choices. I'm gonna give you the two choices, and you only can pick one of the choices. It's up to you what you pick. Okay.
Okay.
All right. This is the first game. Oh, well, let me go before I get to that. I gotta ask you this. I've been seeing roast wars. What is that? Roast wars.
Okay. So the Roast War Championship is there's a guy he comes from Indiana and he
Hmm.
brings his show on the road. And when he wanted to come to the Carolinas, he was looking for who he thought would be a good producer to work with him on it, and he got referred to me. And then we got
Hmm.
to chatting, and it was such a huge success. He wanted to do it again.
Okay.
Basically, what it is he builds a steel cage,
Okay.
and two comedians go in there and they roast each other. No, pretty much no holds barred, really.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Guess who just arrived here? The producer of my show, and did your promos and introduction. Jay York. He's in here. He's in here. He said, "Where'd you get that red jacket you had on at the event? The red jacket that you had on."
Oh yeah, sure. Images at the Rock Hill Mall.
Okay. Images at the Rock Hill Mall. Wow. Okay. I need to go there, and
I love the clothes they have there.
it's nice, huh? Okay. Okay. Well, the next time I come down there, I'm gonna stop in there and say, "Chris told me to come in here. Put it on his bill." All right, here we go. Uh, we're gonna play a little game. I said it was two games, and it's gonna be relatively easy for you. Okay, I'm gonna give you two choices. You gotta pick one choice. Okay, you can't pick both. So it's either or. Okay, um, chicken or turkey,
Chicken,
Walmart or Food Line,
Food Line,
Mercedes Benz or BMW,
Mercedes,
boxing or MMA?
Boxing.
Here we go. McDonald's or Wendy's?
Wendy's.
Okay, you did good. You did great. That was just choices that you picked, so that's what you like. Here we go. Now, this one here is a little different. I'm going to say the word, and you give me the meaning. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. God.
God or
Yes, sir.
God?
God. God.
Oh,
God.
the creator.
Okay.
Ultimate creator.
Okay. Family.
The most important thing.
Okay. Comedy.
My drug of choice.
Good one. Good one. Good one. I like that. Yeah, y'all hear that? Drug of choice. Good. Okay. Here we go. Vegas Grand Promotions.
The first opportunity I got to announce pro from
Great.
a very wonderful lady who I enjoy working with.
Great. Great. Y'all hear that? Vegas Grand. They do a good. I've been rocking with them for almost 2 years or better, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, I've been with them for a while now, going to see the shows. They do put on tremendous shows, and we was just down there. We didn't make the. Yeah, we did make the last one. Yeah, we made the last one.
I saw you. You were
Yeah,
dancing.
yeah. I'm getting old, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting old. Here we go. The D Hall People Show.
Oh, I'm having a lot of fun. Super fun show.
Great, thank you, thank you. You got it right. You got it right. You got any shouts out that you know the people for the people that you want to say hello to or any of that? Shouts out to anybody?
Sure. Well, you know, give a shout out to Lavonda early, just because if it wasn't
Okay.
for her, you and I wouldn't have met.
Right, exactly. There you go. Yeah, big shouts out to her because, like I say, I saw you that night, and a little birdie kept talking to me before that, but I think you know what I'm talking about. But yeah,
He's a big
it was.
birdie.
Yeah, well, he's a big boy. Yeah, Big Bird. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is. Yeah, he might be related to Big Bird, but anyway, yeah, but for sure, yeah, that night, it was great. I'm glad to meet you. Glad to be able to see who you are, and it's amazing who you may meet. Excuse me, in this particular profession. I met a lot of people, and meeting people just like you, and the promoters and whomever else I may meet. It's amazing. Um, you got any questions that you want to ask me?
Oh wow. Huh. Wait, did you say how long you've been doing this show?
I've been doing this for just about 3 years now, but
Okay.
we really got strong here in the last year. We really got strong. We really have with J York Productions, myself, and one other person that has helped me. So we really got strong. Jeffrey, let me say this. People are coming in now. Jeffrey Hunter, big shouts out to Jeffrey. He is the manager of the Southern Soul artist New Z Williams. He is out of I think he's out of Alabama down that way, Georgia or Alabama. I can't exactly remember which one, but he's a good friend of mine. Has turned me on to a lot of people in that music world of the Southern Soul. So I thank him for stopping in. He says, "Dr, you're positive." I always try to be that, Jeffrey. You know that, my man. I appreciate you, brother. Positive influence, my friend. Um, okay, here we go. For the ladies, you're a single man.
Yeah.
Um, do you intend to stay that way?
No. At the same time, though, I'm not settling.
Oh, here we go. I like this. Okay, y'all hear that? He's a single man, ladies, but he's not selling just for anything.
Nope.
I understand. I understand. What would we do? Let me ask you this. We're getting a little personal now. I mean, we can do this because we're men, right? We can do stuff like this. What kind of lady are you looking for? This is for the ladies now.
I would definitely need somebody who, is independent and has her own stuff, because I'm just doing so much. I got to do
Right.
what I got to do. You need someone who's
dig it.
supportive, and I'll
Dig it.
reciprocate.
Right. Got you, brother. Got you. Great. Tori Hall has just joined us. Great
Sorry.
to see you. There he is. What's happening, my man? Tori Hall's in the house. Tori Hall is the brother of Lavonda Early Stacy. Uh, he is the bodyguard of Lavonda and the whole shebang. Good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping in, Tori. Tori, he's been around. He's always at the fights. He's always going to be at the fights there with his sister. That's for sure. In Vegas Grand period. Um, you seen the here we go. We're
Oh
gonna ask
yeah.
this. I gotta ask this one right here. Um, you've been around Vegas Grand. You've been around Levante. What do you think of him? He's tremendous, isn't he? Levante Early.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That
yeah,
he's just
yeah.
his movement's phenomenal.
I'm telling you, what a fighter. Very a very gentleman. Very being a gentleman he is. He's very cool cat dude.
Very
You know what I'm saying?
humble, modest
Yeah,
guy.
very humble guy. Um, Who's your favorite fighter? Who's your favorite fighter out of all the weights? Who's your favorite?
Uh, I like Jake LaMotta. That's an old school fighter.
Okay, dig it, dig it. Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta uh, fought Sugar Ray Robertson, and y'all.
Five
Uh,
times.
Jay York's. Oh, Jay York's talking to Jeffrey. I'm sorry, I was looking at what he was saying. But yeah, yeah, that was a tough cat, Jake LaMotta. I think they made a movie about him. All right, man.
Raging Bull, De Niro.
Yeah, Raging Bull. Exactly, exactly. You seen the movie? There you
Yeah.
go. Um, Being in the insurance business, and you've been in it for how long? You say you've been in about 4 years now? 3 years?
4.5 now.
4.5. Okay. Um, is it really? I mean, would you say that it is really tough? Is it a tough business to make a profit in? Is it really a tough business?
It is mostly for a couple of reasons. One, it's not an exciting thing to talk about. So you know, getting people to talk about these things can be very difficult, and
Yeah.
then you always got to run into, especially when it comes to say life insurance. Not everybody qualifies for it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you got to be have a certain health level before you'll get on a
And,
policy.
and now that you spoke about the life and all that kind of stuff, um, that's kind of tricky. And what I'm saying, people need the insurance, but they have, um, other issues like diabetes, high blood pressure. I mean, how can people how can you get insurance and you have these issues, but you need it. That's what I'm saying. You need that. You need the insurance. You know.
Well, if it's something you can control through,
Medicine.
eating better and
Hmm.
exercising and not smoking, that could help.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, some people are just uninsurable. That's when there are some policies you can get. They're called guaranteed issue.
Hmm.
Now you gotta live at least 2 years before they'll pay the full amount, but you can get something. You're just gonna pay a little bit more for it.
More for it. Okay. Because sometimes you can't help what you get.
Right. That's
You
right.
Okay, you can't help that, and you may get it early in your life. You may get it when you're 30 years old. And then the people say, "Well, we can't insure you." Well, I mean, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough in a way. And I mean, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but then again, I am. Shit. You know what
Go
I'm
for it.
saying? But it's kind of rough because you don't you're not asking for those things to happen to you. I think everybody needs insurance, and you die, you got to be put away. Even if you got to be cremated or whatever you're going to be. Well, cremation, you don't need insurance, right? You don't need that because you get burned up, right?
I mean, I guess it just depends. Even with cremation and some services, it still could be 3 to 5 grand to pay for
Oh
that.
well, yeah, yeah. Well, you still, yeah. Okay, I got you. I got you. Well, so I'm learning something, with
Yeah.
this insurance. I mean, I knew about it, of course, but I'm hearing it straight from you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? Um, Yeah, we got you on that, man, because that's some deep stuff. A lot of and you need that because I know some people, and I think you do too, that has got into a bad situation where they didn't, you know, have the uh, have the insurance and stuff. Uh, so but I mean, we all gonna let me back out this thing here. Uh, we all have to figure it out before it's all said and done. Um, Hold tight, just my thing is blowing up over here, man. You probably hear that noise just like going off. But anyway, here we go. Tell me this. Um, if you wasn't doing well, I can't even ask you that because you're doing so much. I was getting ready to ask you if you wasn't doing, the ring announcing and all this other stuff. What would you be actually? What really? Well, then again, I can because what would you really want to do if you wasn't doing what you was doing now? What the other thing that you would want to do?
I like personal training.
Okay, okay, personal training. Okay,
Yeah,
and that's like working inside the gym and training and stuff like that.
sure. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
actually I'm actually thinking about taking that on. So
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, man. Wait, well, you gotta. Well, you gotta. You got two people. You got two of you or something here, man.
nah, just me.
You. When do you sleep, man?
Usually from 2 to 9.
Okay. Okay. Look. Guess what? Guess what, y'all? Y'all hold tight. Hold tight right here, right now. I got somebody I want to bring in. Check him out right now. Get ready for this one. What's up, my man?
What's happening? What's up? What's up?
Look here, y'all. I'm gonna let this gentleman tell y'all introduce himself to everybody right now. Y'all share the video one time. Go for it, my man.
What's going on, man?
You know who it
How you
is.
doing?
It's me, Chris. Tell the people who you are there. I know who you are. They may not know who you are though.
Okay, man. I'm Byron. I go by the deaf comedian Byron Live. I've been doing comedy for going on 6 years. I mean, I'm recently started traveling the world doing shows. I mean, love to make people laugh. I don't know how you really introduce yourself as a comic no more when you just grab the mic and just go. That's telling enough about you right there.
Well, look, this is great because I've got Chris. Chris has
You know
been
you
in it
gotta
for
hold
10.
you gotta hold your face back a little bit so I can read your lips.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, because you can't. You're a little deaf.
Yeah, it gets rough. How you doing, bro?
hello.
What's going on with
Chilling.
you?
It's great to have these guys on. I got Chris with the Italian name that I cannot pronounce. And I got my man, the deaf comedian that can't hear. Wow, what a combination we got tonight. Oh man. Glad to have both of these guys on and both of them are dealing with comedy. Chris, you got a show coming up this weekend. Tell us a little bit about that.
So the show Friday night, Nick Lewis is coming down to headline it. Do you know who that is? Have you ever heard of him?
Never
Nick
heard of
Lewis,
him.
that's my dog.
That's your dog?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
ask him about me. That's my dog. I
Yeah,
did a
he's
couple
my
shows with
headliner.
Nick.
Okay. He's the headliner.
Yeah, we're doing a show. It's sponsored by Smoker's Cabinet, and we're doing it down at 742 North in Rock Hill.
Okay, great. Okay. And Byron, you got a show coming up this weekend also. Tell us about that.
Oh, it's at the it's Christian Center in Columbia. It's Bubba Dub Jr. He the headliner, but you know I'm an opener. No, I'm a
Okay.
feature in the show, but you know, man, it's coming up. We have a day party. It's on 2700 Broad River Road. We have a day party, then we have a comedy show, then we have an after party. And man, it's gonna be lit, man. I was just in Columbia passing out flyers and stuff. You know, they're trying to get people to come. You know how it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you was down there. I know we was talking earlier and you said, "Man, I'm coming on in, man. I'm coming from Columbia, man. I'm coming from South Carolina, man."
Hey,
But it's
brother,
great.
I got a question for him up But hey, bro, you must know a lot of people. You know a lot of people in North Carolina. Know a lot of comics.
Sure do.
You know Cousin Clyde.
Who is it?
Cousin Clyde.
Yeah, I know Cousin Clyde.
Yeah, that's my partner too, man. So hey,
Okay.
man, I'm surprised I ain't never met you before.
Yeah, me too. I figured we definitely would have met each other.
Huh?
I figured we definitely would have met each other by this point.
I know, man, because you look like a funny Jim Carrey, man. You look like you're funny, man. Hey,
look.
What's up, man?
Hey, look, he's a funny guy, Chris. He's a funny guy. I like him. He's really funny. You guys are doing a little bit of Byron. You guys are doing some skits and putting them on Facebook Live. How did y'all go about getting that done? The little skits that you're doing, the little plays you're doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I just believe in working, man. I mean, you gotta do anything to get the. I feel like if you can get social media attention, you can get them people to come out and see you perform. That just, I mean, you just give them a little bit, show them you're funny, and then they be like, I wonder what he like on the stage. Let me hear him when he get the mic in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it went along. I started out doing skit before I started doing comedy.
Okay. Great. Well, look here, man. I'm gonna have to bring y'all guys right back because we got to split the show. If you guys don't mind coming right back, give me about 30 to 40 seconds. It's because I got to split the show for quality picture. So, if you don't mind, come right back, please.
No problem.
You finna go take you a smoke break?
Oh no, I ain't.
All right, I'll be back in. I'm gonna leave out for a minute.
Okay, all right, I'll be right back. Thank y'all. I'll be right.
Sure.
Come right back, Chris.
Sure.
All right.